Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at one of my replays in the American Tier 6 light tank T37. We are on Malinovka in encounter mode, and what I like to do in this mode is be very aggressive in my spotting. However, I get lit, and that's never ever a good thing as a light tank. Now I take a shot here, and the reason I decided to fall off this cliff, I did not do that on accident. I didn't light the Skoda when he shot me. So I knew that I had to get out of there. I had to. And then I fall right into this Type 64's view range, the KV1's view range. But lucky for me, my team is focused on that KV1 and he disappears. So 1 minute into this game, I take my first shot and I penetrate the turret of that Type 64. I will tell you that I am not one of your elite World of Tanks players. This video is full of a lot of mistakes and some things that I would like to do better. And I'll actually point some of those things out. And maybe it's mistakes that you're making as well. You never know. So that Skoda that fired on me and hit me just died, and I still don't know where he died at. But we are 2-2 now. And we're going to pull up here and try and get some damage in. And this is the first game in recent memories as I've been trying to 3-mark this tank, that my shots don't go exactly where I'm aiming them, and I try as the game progresses to adjust my aim to compensate for the flight path of the shell. So you'll notice that sometimes my reticle turns green, and I'm going to move it so that it's in a red spot because the shells are not going exactly where I want them to. Now, first mistake here is I waste a lot of shells on this guy and a lot of APCR shells on this guy. And the second mistake is I don't go back and keep him tracked here. So not only do I bounce a lot of shells, but I also let him get away. And that's probably, in hindsight, a good thing because I probably would have wasted my entire magazine of my entire ammo box on this guy. So now I'm trying to shoot at this T29. And I'll pin a couple of these shots, but again, it's not like I should be getting a ton of damage on this guy. But again, my shells are just not going where I need them to go. Now that one went right through his front sprocket of his turret, or of his tracks, and it doesn't track him. And tracking him there would have been huge for my team. So you'll notice that I am down to 12 APCR shells and 7 AP shells now. And that's going to be a pretty big theme as this game continues. This game stays close for most of the game. And again, like I said, I am not an elite player, so you will see lots and lots of mistakes here. Now our Cromwell has pushed. He has spotted the Hummel, but he has also spotted their best player over there, and that's that P43 medium tank. Now, I'm going to go try and help him, and he's going to kill the Hummel, which is a no-brainer there. The problem is, a P43 versus a Cromwell, no matter what stats the players have or the caliber of player you are, the Cromwell is going to lose that battle. Now, I take a couple of ill-advised shots here, the blind shot at the P43 when he was still out of range, and then that one. That one got pretty close, so he knows that there's a tank out here in the field. And I know that, but the thing that caught my attention right here is they still have a TD that is unspotted, and he has a kill. And I know that he's going to be sitting. He has to be sitting on that D5, C5 plateau over there. So I'm going to try and spot him, or the P43. I'm really expecting the P43 to be pushing the field here, but instead the Type 64 pops up. So I'm going to put a couple rounds into him, and again, I miss a very crucial shot right there. That was a bad shot, just a terrible shot. Because if I hit that, he dies right there. Take one more shot at him and whiff this one. And then I start to run because hopefully he's talking to his team and saying, hey, there's a guy in the field shooting me, somebody help me out. I try and spot him again and I just can't light him, and I'm not going to get any closer than that. So I'm going to run down here to a bush and maybe catch him going up the hill. Or maybe catch that P43 pushing into the hill. But we don't really spot anything here. Now, I do remember in-game getting very upset with our Chidukai right here. I didn't say anything to him in-game, but this move right here that he does, right there, you guys might not think it's a big deal because he didn't hit me, he didn't tap me, he didn't nudge me, but he drove from an open area right behind a camoed up light tank. And I cannot tell you how many times I've been in a bush in a light tank attempting to spot or actively spotting somebody, and some idiot drives behind me who's lit, and I get shot because of him. Now, that 1375 just absolutely wrecks our Chinukai, and then, I don't know if you noticed, but it was the Stur Emil that killed him. Now, that's a decent shot on a fast-moving Type 64 there, but I get lit for it, so, and I know that that Stur Emil probably has shots on me, so I run away as fast as possible. And this right here is where the game starts to go a little south for our team. Our KV-1S is camped up over here, and then he decides that he's going to start playing with me. So you're going to have a heavy tank trying to do the things that a light tank is doing. And I kind of encourage the behavior. I asked him to follow me. We're going to go push on this 1375. And I also try to tell our Artie to run away. But instead, what's he do? He moved towards the hill. Did you see that? He actually moved closer to the enemy that was pushing him. So he's a lost cause. I'm going to bush up here and try and find this 1375. And we know that he's on cap. I'm going to go spot him, and look at that. He pokes his head up. So our KV-1S is a terrible shot and missed. I don't miss him, but the Stur Emil pops up as well because he apparently shot at the KV-1S. He didn't shoot at me. Our 1S takes a bad shot at him, or an ill-advised shot, and misses. And now they have two tanks pushing our Artie, and our Artie's dead. And now we've got to go back because I think we can take those two tanks out. I don't want to push the Stur Emil with the thought that the P43 is sitting on the hill, just able to put shells into us one after the other because we're trying to circle a Stur Emil and kill him. So our KV-1S does follow me back here, but then he makes an awful mistake by not getting deep enough to not be spotted. I'm hoping that either the M4 or the T29 or both push around this pond, and, well, the M4 certainly does. And now something is on cap, and I don't know what the heck that could be. Our KV-1S puts a shot into the windmill there. Gets spotted for it. And then the T29 poked his head up, and I thought I was going to get lit for sure there, but I didn't. And now we see who all is on cap. Now, I probably had a shot at that P43, but I definitely would have been spotted if I take that shot. And at some point, the changes in wargaming, those fences now stop bullet, or stop shell. So the likelihood of me pinning him were very, very slim. So there's our KV-1S dying because, you know, he tried to cut the same path that I did, not realizing that I can't get seen by these guys, and he certainly can. Now I've got this T29, and this guy doesn't realize that I can't pin his front. I bounce his front a couple of times here. There's one. But he keeps giving me the soft side. How does he not understand that I can't pin his front? Now the reason I don't take that kill shot right there is because I'm down to 10 shells. A total of 10 shells. And they have 1,000 hit points left over there. And sadly, 5 of my 10 shells are HE. And I still, after watching this replay, have no idea. Actually, I do know why I'm carrying that many HE shells, now that I think about it, because this is the tank that I play mostly in Tier 6 strongholds. And we run into a lot of Type 64s and a lot of light tanks. So HE shells help a little bit in those aspects. Now, I'm going to bounce a shot here. Actually, I don't take that shot because of my ammo number. Their T29 also is at 6 kills right now. But I have to do something here. And in game, I thought that I did a critical hit damage, and I couldn't understand why the game or why the cap didn't reset, but it wasn't critical hit damage. So if you take a look at this, there's 4 seconds left now on their base capture. 4 seconds. 2, 1, shell. Reset. At the 0 second mark, I got the reset, and now the P43 is going to pop up. He doesn't spot me until I fire. The problem is I only have 7 shells left and 5 are HE now for 1 stir meal that is full health because he's only been spotted 1 time. And this right here could have been probably the most costly mistake of the game. I think I can take a hit from it. I didn't realize he hit for 489, leaving me on 11 hit points, and then my first HE shell does 7 damage to him. 7. So I'm down to 4 HE shells left, and he has 672 hit points. What are we going to do here? Well, we're going to get his butt, and then we're going to start aiming as high as we can. 161 on that shot. 191, there's a big roll. 166, and that pretty much seals the deal right there, guys. The last shell in the tank goes into the stir meal for the win. So as you can see, I made a lot of mistakes there, but in the end, we got the job done. So I want to thank you guys for watching this. Just want to point out that this was another 20,000 WN8 game in my T37. My clanmates all say that I am a seal clubbing, but in all honesty, I was just trying to get my 3rd mark on this tank. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. Have a good day.